Hello and welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews of flashlights, rechargeable lanterns, and other portable light sources, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Surefire Sidekick. This is a USB rechargeable triple output keychain flashlight. I picked this up off Amazon for a total of $27. I was looking for a different brand to review for the channel, and I hadn't reviewed a Surefire flashlight yet, so I thought I'd give this one a try. Sidekick. So let's look at the packaging. Up here it says Ultra-Compact Triple Output Keychain Light. It's definitely not ultra-compact, but it might have been in 2016 when it was released. They still produce this light today. Still pretty awesome. We'll go over it. Highs, medium, low. Over here we got LED wide beam, rechargeable USB throw. They give you a 6-inch USB micro cable. There you go. And a little metal carabiner to attach it to a keyring. There you go. And then of course the manual is behind there. But we're only going to look at this. I can tell you about how the light works. It's pretty basic. On the back hand side here we have paragraphs. We didn't reinvent the wheel, just the flashlight. You can read that paragraph if you want. Features. There you go. The max vision beam, we'll talk about that. Kind of interesting reflector they used. Polymer body with an aluminum core, also very interesting. And then the coolest thing about this flashlight is this. I did not know this. Designed, perfected, and manufactured in the US of A. So yeah, a lot of my viewers like the fact that this is going to be made in the US. So yes, very cool. So let's go ahead and take this out of the packaging. Already open this up. There we go. Then we'll zoom it on down and do some dimensions, and we'll do some size comparison, and we'll go over features. So dimensions, we have a length of 2.5 inches or 63 millimeters. We have a width of 1 7/16 of an inch or 36 millimeters. We have a depth of 5/8 of an inch or 16 millimeters. The weight of the light is about 34 grams or 1¼ ounces. Pretty neat. So let's go ahead and do a size comparison real quick. I have some contenders here that compete directly with this flashlight, though this probably was the winner before these other flashlights came out. We have the Nikkor tip. This is a high output keychain flashlight. We have the Phoenix. This is the E03R. This one just came out last year in 2020. We are in 2021 now. So this is a 5-year-old light, but they're still making it. And I can kind of see why. It's easy to hang on to, easy to use. That's a good thing about that. The feature on that is very good. And also we got some American coinage here. We got a old US Barber quarter, an old US Barber dime, and I think I got an old Liberty nickel hanging around here. Yeah, I'm a coin collector, can you tell? Give you an idea with some coins. It's always nice to see for size comparison. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about features of the Surefire Sidekick. Yes. So right away in the front, the business end, I think it's a polycarbonate lens. I looked at it under 10 power, and it looked like it had some faint hairline scratches. Typically glass lenses don't have those. It's not a big deal. It does not affect the light at all, and you can only see them at 10 power. So I think that's what that is. Now looking in there a little further, you can see it's got a multifaceted reflector with a gold tone to it. It's actually to, I think, add warmth to the light. The light tends to render things better versus being too cool of a white. So it makes it nice and warm beam. I like that. But that faceted reflector is really nice. There you go. And down in the well there, the LED is a simple Cree XP G2 LED, but it produces 300 lumens, which is really nice on high. So yeah, we got a polycarbonate shell with an aluminum core like they advertised. And this backside here is an aluminum plate, which acts as a heat sink for the light. This actually will get warm in your hands. So if you're using it and you're wondering, is something wrong? Nope, this is the heat dissipation plate. Sidekick, US patent pending. Really, patent pending after that many years? Surprised. There's their website. All right. Over here we have a micro USB for charging the flashlight. Now there's no indicator telling you it's charged. When you plug it in, it flashes a bunch of times. Normally when it's fully charged, when you plug it in, it'll do a bunch of flashes, then turn steady low. and then off for some reason. The earlier models, when you plugged it in, when it was done charging, it would just be steady low. So I guess so it doesn't wake you up at night or something. It just does a little flashing lights and then turns off. So if you want to check the status, you got to plug it in a charger and see how many times it flashes. If it flashes like more than 4 or 5 times, you're good. If it less than that, you definitely leave it on the charger. Something to know. Here's our power switch. You have 3 modes. This one here, I changed it. This is high, and it goes high, medium, low. You'll notice on the low setting, it has a flashing to it. It's pulse width modulation, but the other 2 modes don't have that. They have nice, smooth. But this one here, it modulates, I think, to save energy so you can have a longer runtime on that low setting. We can change this. Now what I want to show you is how to change it back to the factory. So what you do is you plug it into a USB charger. And this is in the instructions, of course, too. If I can get this in here. But I'm the instructor today. So there's the flashing telling you kind of what's going on. I don't know if that's 4 or 5 flashes it did. It's close to being fully charged. What we do is we turn the flashlight on to low, leave it on for 5 seconds, and then after 5 seconds, turn the flashlight off, unplug it, and then it'll be low, medium, and high. That's a really neat feature. And if you want to go back to high, medium, low, you just reverse that second step, plug it in, turn it on, cycle to high, leave it on for 5 seconds, turn off the flashlight, unplug it, and you'll be back to that high, medium, low setting. So now when I turn it on, it should be low first. There it is, medium, high. So now it's always going to turn on low no matter what I do. That's really neat. I wish more flashlights actually had that programmability. A lot of people like having the high, medium, low first, and some like it reversed. So there you are. For most keychain stuff, though, low is probably the best option, starting in low. And of course, when you don't do anything for a few seconds, hit the power button, it turns it off no matter what setting you're on. And of course, it always starts in low. Neat setup, liking that. So yeah, nice. It's like a rubberized, molded into the case type cover for that switch. Nice. We have a metal key ring here. Internal battery is a 640 milliamp hour battery. Not bad. Probably one of the bigger internal batteries for a keychain or fob-like flashlight that I reviewed. Most are around 500 or less. So that's not bad at all. It's, okay, we talked about the modes. It's IPX4 water resistant, probably because of this port here. Most of these flashlights, I think, are around IPX4 because they have exposed charging jacks there, and they're not really that waterproof. I think that's the same with the Phoenix. Well, the Phoenix might have a little better water resistance. It has a jacket over its charging port, but that gives you an idea for water tightness. So yeah, we know all about that. So let's go ahead and go to the garage. I took some pictures of this little flashlight in action. Then we'll come back to the bench and we'll do a little demo, and I'll compare it to the tip and to the Phoenix here. Cool. All right, let's go to the garage. So I'm standing away from the garage door at 15-foot distance. The light is on high. It's 300 lumens. You can expect a runtime of 1 1/4 hours and expect a throw of 66 meters. The next picture here, it's on medium. It's at 60 lumens. Expect it to run about 4 hours. This is a decent setting for the flashlight, probably one you'll use the most. And the last setting here is low. This is 5 lumens. It's that pulse width modulation. It flickers, but in the picture you can't tell that. And by eye it's difficult to see. This is expect a runtime of 45 hours. So I think that's how they get that extra runtime. And this last picture I took, a lot of people ask for this picture, is the flashlight in action in a real world scenario. Here you're going to change a wheel. Somebody's holding the flashlight for you. It's on high, 300 lumens, and it's 6 feet away from the wheel. Gives you time to change that tire, and there's pretty much, no effort here. It lights up the whole side of the car, no problem. Okay, let's go back to the table. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and compare these flashlights, but let's do a little quick rundown. So the Phoenix on the left here, the E03R, retails for $27, same price as the Surefire. This little guy, its high mode is 260 lumens, 45 minutes. Its medium mode is 80 lumens, 1 1/4 hours. Its low mode is 30 lumens, 3 hours. And its eco mode is 5 lumens or 18 hours. Definitely a third of the size of the battery. It's like a 220 milliamp hour, right around there. So a third of the size of the battery, but it's also a third of the size of the flashlight. And also expect a red LED function too. Not a bad setup for 27 bucks, but if you like the Made in USA label, you like something bigger to hold on to, this is the one you're probably looking for. Next, we have the Nitecore tip. This one here, it has turbo 360 lumens. It has internal battery of 500 milliamp hours. That 360 lumen rating, 30 minutes, so not very long. Its high mode is 150 lumens, expected to run in 1.5 hours. Its medium mode is 35 lumens, 6.5 hours, and its low mode is 1 lumen or 46 hours. And it retails for 25 bucks. So yeah, kind of right in that price range there. I thought these would be pretty good candidates to compare. So what we're going to do is compare the tip to the Surefire. We'll turn these on. Let's see. Turn this one on medium, and we'll turn this one on medium. Let's see. Try to remember this one here. So yeah, this is the mode switch. Okay, so the second click. Okay, that's the medium, 35 lumens. So we'll go to 150 lumens. Okay, there we go. Actually, no, I should go back to medium. Medium's closer. Yeah, medium's 35 lumens. Okay, and then I'll go to high probably so you can see the differences. I'm going to bring in some cards. We'll turn some lights off. And then we'll compare the Phoenix too. This will be fun. So turn this light off and this light, and we'll do some final thoughts afterwards. You can kind of see the beam pattern and the warm tint. I'm going to bring them in together. So of course the Surefire is in my right hand and the Nitecore is in my left. And as you can see, the Surefire has a nice warm tone to it. It's color rendering those cards fairly well. The Nitecore does a fairly decent job. Let me just bring it up a little bit. The camera is compensating a little bit for that, but it's definitely more a neutral white versus a warmer light. You bring them in, you can kind of see that. It's maybe a little bit towards the bluer side, but you get the idea. Let's go turn these up a little bit. I'm going to aim at the ceiling. So I'm going to just leave the Surefire on. And we're going to go to high on that. So this is at the ceiling. Oh, that's going to be in the focus. So let's get it in the focus. There we go. This is 300 lumens. And then we'll go down. We're at 5 lumens. And then medium is 60 lumens. And then back up to 300 lumens. Gives an idea for that. So, and then 300 lumens table. We'll go ahead and turn the tip on to its highest setting. Actually, just press and hold. Okay, there we go. And then you can see now, yeah, we got 360 lumens out of the Nitecore, holding it about 3 feet off the desk. There's the Surefire. That's a good representation. All right. So as I'm holding this aluminum plate here, it's getting fairly warm. All right, so let's go and turn that guy off. Let's go back to the Phoenix now. This guy here. So you press and hold, turn it on. And we'll go to its highest mode, 260 lumens. We'll bring it in. Kind of see a difference. Now, smoothness. I like the Phoenix beam a lot. It's actually really nice. Bringing that one in. It's got a nice smooth beam. Nice even. The Surefire has a nice warm center, but a cool edge to it. So they're both in their highest settings. So you get an idea. Let's bring that one in. Bring that one in. Giving it, there you go. You get the idea. So yeah, definitely a neat setup. I like this Phoenix, but it's pretty small. And it's pretty heavy too for its size, all aluminum. So there it is. There's that little bit there. Let's go down a little bit. There we go, low. Now low is pretty nice if you're using a radio. You know, I'm a radio channel first. Again, it doesn't flicker in person. It's just the camera picking that up. And we go to medium. So yeah, definitely very usable in the dark if you're out camping or somewhere. You want to view your radio and tune it and you can't see the buttons. This is the way to go. There it is. So let's go ahead and turn the lights back on. Leaving that on so I can see where my light switches are. And we'll do some final thoughts on the Surefire. Be sure to turn these lights off. Off. Yeah, and there's a deck of cards. For size, Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He can spin like no one can. He loves Surefires made in the USA of USA land. I don't know what I was going to say, but yeah, you get the idea. So final thoughts on the Surefire Sidekick. Is it something you should buy in 2021 when there's so many cool options out there? You know, you got this little guy here, and you got the Nitecore. So what I like best about this is it feels rugged. It feels more substantial than this Nitecore tip. This feels like You know, it's aluminum exterior, but it feels like I could bend it. Or if I dropped it, it would ding up really bad. This thing feels like just super solid. So I feel like it'd be pretty hard to hurt this. Definitely. And yeah, this is nice and small and everything, but a little harder. It's not too hard to operate. Got the one little button, but it is a little harder to hang on to. So if you get a light you want to hang on to and use, this is a lot easier in the hand for a keychain light. But again, some people don't like having a lot of weight on their keychain, so they want something a little smaller, a little lighter weight. If that's the case, then pick up this Nikkor tip or the Nikkor tube, which is a good one. That one is definitely one to look at. Those lights are very lightweight. So, and if not, you can check out my videos for those. But what's the winner? If you want made in the USA, you go with the Surefire. If you want rugged, you go with the Surefire. If you want small, you go with the Phoenix. If you want something in between, you go with the Nikkor. It's kind of how it is. So it gets a recommended buy, but it is fairly dated, and I hope they come out with a newer version, maybe with a Type-C input, maybe with dual LEDs. Maybe a red would be cool with this light. Definitely, they would probably do something like that, I'm guessing, from this company. So there you are, the Surefire Sidekick. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a big like if you guys did. 2, if you enjoy these flashlight reviews and want to see more from Surefire, let me know. Their flashlights are not inexpensive. They're fairly expensive. This is the least expensive you're going to be able to find. So definitely let me know. Comment below. And of course, 3, let me know if you own this one. Do you own this Surefire Sidekick, and do you use it all the time? Let me know. I mean, it's been out for 5 years, so let me know what you guys think. If you guys have been using it for 5 years, what you've experienced over that time. Has the battery been kept up pretty good? Because you can't change the battery on this, unfortunately. It's sealed and there's no screws to unscrew to get to it. Let me know what your experiences were. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.